Following her last post, Lily Rose Depp has posted another Instagram defending him against domestic violence allegations made by his wife, Amber Heard. Lily Rose, turned 17 last week, posted a screenshot of a People article which alleges that police found no evidence of crime after they were called to Amber and Johnny's premises following a 911 call.
Lily Rose Depp reveals how Amber really treated Johnny Depp.
It's sad to say that Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's divorce is not dissimilar to many that have come before it. But unlike those divorces, this one has not, and likely will not, play out quietly. Depp denied these accusations and through his representatives said Heard was attempting to secure a premature financial resolution by alleging abuse. It continued, there was never any intent of physical or emotional harm. Heard received $7 million from the divorce but donated it to charity, according to People. Depp and Heard's divorce was finalized a year after Heard filed. Heard kept the dogs that were at the center of the 2015 scandal in which the couple failed to declare the animals in Australia. Meanwhile, Depp retained sole possession of all properties, including his private island and Bahamas, as well as his collection of classic cars and motorcycles. She discussed the movie with Vogue in an interview in 2011, shortly after the film's release. When she briefly commented on Thompson, the Texan star said, "I loved Hunter S. Thompson for a long time. I've got a soft spot for true individuals." Johnny Depp first met his ex-wife Amber Heard in 2009 on the set of a film where they starred alongside one another. Once the film came out in 2011, she later remarked in 2011 that working with him was torture. Danish actor Mads Mikkelsen was officially named as Depp's replacement in November after weeks of speculation over who would take on her role. Meanwhile, Heard was in a relationship with photographer and painter Tasha Van Ree for 4 years, from 2008 to 2012. Over the past year, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's relationship has been plastered across the headlines. The details of their life together were revealed when a British newspaper branded the Pirates of the Caribbean star a wife-beater, claims which he disputed. These comments followed by the couple's divorce, which occurred on this day, May 23, 2016. Before the libel and lawsuits, Depp and Heard first met on the set of The Rum Diary. The 2011 film starred Depp as Paul Kemp, a journalist who took a job in Puerto Rico. He starred alongside Heard, who played Chanel, a young woman engaged to another man. The story was based on Hunter S. Thompson's book of the same time. Depp was particularly thrilled to be a part of the adaptation as Thompson was a close friend of his. After Johnny Depp lost his high-profile libel case against the publisher of The Sun newspaper over a 2018 article that described him as a wife-beater, the actor announced that he has been asked to resign from the upcoming Fantastic Beasts 3. Depp had 2 children with Paradise, Lily Rose, born in 1999, and John Christopher, 2002. Heard split up with partner Tasha Van Ree at the same time. USA Today reported that Heard was arrested in 2009 on a charge of physically assaulting then-girlfriend Van Ree at Seattle-Tacoma International Airport in Washington. The two got into a disagreement after Heard allegedly grabbed and hit Van Ree's arm. "It's probably a dad giveaway, isn't it?" "Not very subtle," Depp said. In 2015, Depp and Heard married in a private ceremony. After several years of dating, Depp and Heard married in a very private ceremony in their home in LA, with people reporting photos. Later in 2015, Depp and Heard breached Australia's biosecurity laws after they failed to declare their dogs Yorkshire Terriers when they arrived in the country. They released an apology video together. Heard testified under oath at a description. Heard played Chanel, a woman engaged to another man who Kemp is immediately smitten with as soon as he sees her. Heard told Vogue in 2011, "Working with Johnny was torture. It was better than I ever imagined," which is really saying something. All charges were dropped, however, with Van Ree herself saying that Heard was wrongfully accused by cops who misinterpreted and over-sensationalized the incident. People magazine reported that Depp and Heard were engaged after a picture emerged of the actress wearing an ornate engagement ring. Depp himself seemed to confirm the engagement in a video interview with the Daily Mail after discussing wedding planning and pointing out that he was wearing a chick's ring on his finger. In a court filing, Heard wrote that she and Depp began dating around the end of 2011 or the start of 2012. It was also in 2012 that Depp and longtime partner Paradise publicly announced their separation after 14 years of dating. But a settlement was eventually reached after she withdrew her request for domestic violence restraining order. She also rescinded her spousal support request of $50,000 a month. Depp and Heard also released a joint statement saying, "Our relationship was intensely passionate and at times volatile, but always bound by love. Neither party has made false accusations for financial gain." In 2016, Heard filed for divorce from Depp and accused him of physical abuse. On May 23, 2016, Heard filed for divorce from Depp and also obtained a temporary restraining order against the Oscar-nominated actor. She alleged that Depp had physically abused her during their relationship and said it was usually while under the influence of drugs and alcohol. She alleged that at the time of filing for divorce, an incident had recently taken place in which Depp threw his phone at her, leaving her with a bruised face. However, a police spokesman told People that an investigation into the domestic incident radio call found that no crime had taken place. Depp starred as Paul Kemp, a journalist who takes a job in Puerto Rico, in The Rum Diary, based off of Hunter S. Thompson's book of the same name. Thompson was Depp's real-life friend and idol. Depp was vehemently denied the claims of abuse, but once again denied permission to appeal the court's ruling in March 2021. Court of Appeal judges said the original hearing was full and fair and that the trial gave through reasons for his conclusions which have not been shown, even arguably, to be vitiated by any error of approach or mistake of law. Depp had previously been in a relationship with Winona Ryder from 1989 to 1993, Kate Moss 1994 to 1998, and Vanessa Paradis 1998 to 2002. But he struck up a relationship with Heard soon after meeting her on the set of 2009's The Rum Diary. The suit said that Heard is not a victim of domestic abuse. She is a perpetrator and denied that Depp ever abused her. Instead, the suit said that Heard's allegations were part of an elaborate hoax to generate positive publicity for the actress. Depp's lawyer said the op-ed depended on the central premise that Ms. Heard was a domestic abuse victim and that Mr. Depp perpetrated domestic violence against her. The Hollywood Reporter reported that a non-disparagement clause was inserted into the settlement that prevented either party from saying anything negative about the high-profile relationship and breakup.